Good morning and welcome back to our tiny little homestead here at Urban Yoke. I am Julia and this video is going to be about the second part of our winter prep, or basically winter gardening, which I know if you're in a northern climate that doesn't really mean much. You know, we don't have snow and all that, but for us it's cold and there's a slight frost once or twice a year. So it's pretty cold if you're in South Africa. So a few days ago, I think it was 2 days ago, I'm not sure, we actually worked in the back garden, or our little back garden, and there were 2 beds that needed to be worked on. The first bed was the one with the artichokes in it, and only 2 artichoke plants survived. There were some kale plants and we had a few avocado trees. So what we decided to do was, you know, get rid of all the weeds and clean up the border around the bed, get all of that sorted, and then amend with a little bit of compost and throw in some mulch. With that, we separated the kale and what I think is rhubarb, but I'm not sure. We will see what grows. We just separated those seedlings so they had a bit more space to grow out, and then planted in the 2 avocado trees alongside the 1 avocado that just suddenly started coming up there. Not sure how that happened, but you know how it is. Volunteers everywhere. Probably a monkey that stole something. So then in the second bed, it was where we had the pumpkins growing. We decided to mulch that, and we mulched around some brassicas that were already growing there. While we also have a little trellis with some blackberries that will hopefully start growing there pretty soon. So we amended that bed and then also just mulched it quite heavily, and I decided to throw in some chamomile seeds, and hopefully that whole bed just becomes full with chamomile and we have a ton more chamomile for next year. And then for today, as I've got behind me our mallow plants, our blackberries and our raspberry, we're gonna jump in there and just kind of chop them down, make it all nice looking again because it's all tragic, and we'll throw the seeds back in, amend with some compost and mulch, and later on we will amend the blackberries with some potash for the winter period, and that's what we're going to get stuck into right now. So let's go. after our little tea break, we decided to go and get the front garden of our greenhouse, shade house area. It's where we have most of our perennial herbs, but we also do grow some sweet basil there. And it was kind of getting a bit out of hand and drowning everything else out, so we got stuck in and decided to clip those down and mulch the area and get it all wet and nice and let it rest well, so that the tarragon and the oregano can grow back a lot better for next year, and hopefully the two different types of basil that we have there will also do quite well. Yeah, so we also trimmed down a lot of the chili plants that we have, and we put them in pots, hoping that we could get them to overwinter. That way we would have a head start come springtime. We got all of those back into our little shade house greenhouse area as a little bit of frost protection, so we carried those in and it was lots of fun. And then the last thing that happened is at the back with our one bed that is underneath our living room window, it gets quite dry, and so we tried to have these funnels put in, you know, like tiny mini swales to collect the rainwater, and Charles just went ahead and we did that as the cats kind of keep bringing them back up again. And yeah, then we also started on our fruit chapels and getting those prepped. So Charles amended fruit chapel number 3 with compost and then mulch on top, and now that is set to go. So with most of the beds done, that is us for this video, and we will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Ciao.